episode. Cut the cameras. We're done. Thank you for watching Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes, Arc 3, the 100 Years War. This is the last episode. We're done. We're not doing Arc 4 or 5. We're done.
We're going on hiatus.
Be sure to hit the like button below. Comment down below how you would seduce the guards. Be sure to subscribe for more content and hit the bell for notifications. Take your meds.
War. Ever since the Air Nomad temples were attacked by Fire Lord Sozin, the world has been in chaos. The Southern Water Tribe fights for survival, as the Earth Kingdom seeks to hold off the Fire Nation army. But even with no Avatar in sight, there is still hope. Who will answer the call, and who will bring forth a new era of peace? Welcome back, everyone, to Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes Arc 3, the 100 Years War Era. I am, of course, your GM, Josh. I am joined once again by my wonderful friends, Cass, Megan, Morgan, and Oz. And if you haven't caught up to us yet, for some weird reason you're starting here on the third session, you can head back to our previous sessions and watch from there. Or if you just need a really quick recap, our good friend Megan has been chosen to recap last week's session. Megan, take it away.
Okay, we started off in a cage and did some character work. We learned that Rafa is commanding and not British. But like the fancy accent. We learned that Tybo is very good at music and not good at holding his liquor. We learned that Benji is very kind and accidentally misogynistic. And we learned that Sakari is a little quiet and not good at waterbending at all. We then got invited to a party thanks to Rafa, and that's when we learned that Tybo's not good at holding his liquor.
Nice, okay.
He did some shouting and then got sent back to a better room, also thanks to Rafa. And then came up with an idea to blow a hole in the wall after much discussion. And that's where we left off.
Yep. So the accidentally premature blew up the hole in the wall that you were planning, but Rafa very quickly threw up a fire shield that protected all of you. So you are now standing on what is left of that room you were in, with a giant hole in the ship that is very quickly flooding with water.
How far is land?
Land, you don't know because you have been inside of this room.
Can I dive into the water?
Yeah, I mean, you can dive in the water. Oz,
Is there any up, or is it all out to the side?
There's up as well. Like the whole ceiling got blasted away, and like almost all the floor except for where you are, and all the walls are gone. Just a nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can we see any of the escape vessels earlier?
Oh, miraculously, they are all fine. They seem to have been like rigged to be like not on the ground. So they are just along the walls above you that you could probably grab a few, or well, those are like the smaller ones.
Wait, they're in the room with us?
In the room that you blasted into.
Okay.
So like above you. So there are the smaller ones are there. The bigger ones are probably off somewhere else on the ship.
Wait, are they in a room, or is up above us the upper deck? Like the
up above you is like a you know how some ships have like the extra rooms that are like on top where the deck is, so it's like level to the deck.
But above us is an enclosed room, not open deck.
Yeah,
that we could just
yeah, but it's around like deck level.
Okay, great. Is there anything that could hold like 4 people?
No, but they could all probably hold 2 each.
Great. Benji, you feel like grabbing some vessels with me so we can get on out of here?
Sure. So, yeah, that's
Can
what I do.
can I give Benji like a basket toss up?
Yeah. Hmm. Now, let's go roll. Benji, roll a focus, relying on skills and training, because there is very little floor left above you since the ceiling broke. So hopefully you land.
That's an 11.
Oh yeah, you find a spot where you can like get your feet and and be able to stand nice.
Can I do one of those like cheerleading moves where they do the basket toss and they like land perfectly?
Yeah, you watch like Benji do a couple of different flips and then land.
I feel like as Benji lands, we hear the splash of Rafa diving into the water. All right. Ave got some gumption.
Okay.
Rafa, Commander. I don't know your title. Are you gonna be down there to catch the boats?
I'll say at this point your like knees are the water's up to the knees now. So those of you, the two of you, Taibo and Sakari, who haven't done anything yet, you've been flooded up to your knees at least.
Sakari's knees are my knees because there's a difference.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna say Taibo's knees, which will be about Sakari's like mid thigh area, I guess.
Oh no!
Oh,
Go out. Here, I go out.
Oh, okay. So Sakari starts swimming with as well.
Benji, how you coming on those boats?
I'm going. I feel like can I push them down to typo?
Yeah. If you want to mark a fatigue to quickly like sort of unhook and push out one of the boats or more, one or more of the boats.
I was gonna say we need 2 of them, so sure I'll push out
Okay.
2. Do I mark
Is it
2
one fatigue total?
Yeah.
We'll go roll yeah, let's roll with focus to rely on skills and training to see if it's gonna be 1 fatigue for both or 1 fatigue each.
That's 10.
Oh, cool. So just
Hey!
1 fatigue. Just 1 fatigue to do both boats. Yeah.
Because you're a
Easy.
big, strong boy.
Yes, Oz.
Do I have to roll fatigue to catch the boats?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do the same. Yeah.
Skills and training. Where is my character sheet? I have lost my character sheet.
Take 2 fatigue for losing your character sheet.
No!
You personally,
Okay,
Oz.
we're fine. We're
You,
fine. We're fine.
Oz.
We're fine. We're cool. We're
Not-
fine. We're cool.
Not Taibo. Oz yourself. Take 2 fatigue.
Freshly improved my focus, so that's going to be a 10.
Okay, yeah, 1 fatigue to catch both boats or get them at least settled.
Hooray.
Right, so you got these 2 boats. I assume Benji jumps down. Rafa and Sakari, you are swimming out. Where are you headed to? While these boats are getting moved.
I wanted to just get out of the way and be able to like tread water and watch what they're doing.
Same.
Okay. So you move to the side a little bit. Let's see how far this boat has started to sink. Because if it gets too far down, then you will have been trapped by the fact that it's like gonna capsize towards you.
Break it some more.
Yeah, well that's not great. The entrance left that like you could fit out of will fit people, not necessarily boats. So if you want to make some more like space, you risk yet again causing it to capsize faster, but you would have enough room to get the boats out.
I mean, we don't care about this boat, right?
Can I set it on fire?
The whole yeah, if you want to. You're in water though. So let's roll with skills and training first. So roll with focus.
It's a 7.
A 7. I'm gonna say because of the fact that you're like in the water trying to firebend, it's not as powerful, so you can widen the hole enough to where you can get one of them out right away, and then it would yet again capsize enough to where like you couldn't get the other one out.
I would say just get the one out, and then we can find. I laughed and thought punching a way out. I don't know.
We can build another raft from the wreckage.
We'll build a typo raft.
So I assume with the hole you get one of them out.
I'm essentially to say, Benji, get in this boat and duck,
What
and I'm gonna shove Benji out.
Okay.
Don't worry, I have a brilliant plan.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Benji's boat starts moving, gets through the gap. Gap closes as the ship starts to capsize more.
So those barrels in the room,
They all exploded.
all of them. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really affect my plan that much.
What's your plan, Oz?
So how would you say this is like kayak size? What's up with the boat?
The boat was I would say roughly kayak size. Well, more like canoe sized, but yeah.
Okay.
Not that there's much
Cool.
of a difference between a kayak and a canoe other than one or two people.
Cool. So could I hoist it above my head and hold it up there?
Yes.
So I could carry this. Cool.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Oh boy. Okay.
You can say no. Can I get like sort of a running start and like jump, kick dive at the wall as hard as physically possible?
With or without the boat?
One more time?
With or without the boat?
With the boat. Like I'm holding it, kick through, I bring the boat with me.
Your choice between marking 3 fatigue or rolling with passion for pushing your luck.
What is my passion score, you may be asking? E.
If you get a high enough passion, I will knock it down to 1 fatigue rather than the 3.
Okay.
But if you don't get it, I will up the fatigue.
To what?
4. I'll just raise it 1 more fatigue.
Okay, that's... My passion is -1.
You are attempting to hold a boat and jump and kick your way through solid wood planks on a granted it's capsizing with a boat in enough shape that the boat that you're holding will also go through with your feet.
Yeah, I'm picturing I'm
Yeah.
sort of like... It's like my legs, and then boat and rest of body, and then... So we're sort of like in a spear.
Right, yeah. It's still going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah.
So,
It's still insane and terrible.
yeah.
So what, a 10 I would have to get on passion?
I will say a 10 for me to lower the fatigue to 1. If you get the 7 to 9, I'll lower it to 2 fatigue.
So I have to get an 11 or better because I have a -1 to passion.
Yes.
We ride at dawn, boys. Do it for the swamp. Okay. That's an 11.
Oh, okay. Nice. So okay, go. You mark 1 fatigue, and you miraculously, in a very cartoonish way, somehow hold the boat in flush to you as you run, jump, and make a spear-sized Tybo hole through the side of the ship and make it out the other side. And I assume that Sakari and Rafa, you dive under to get up to where everyone else is on the opposite side, on the outside of everything.
Yeah, if we see them go,
Yep.
then
All right. So you make it to the other side. Now there are two people, well, one person fully in a boat, one person holding on to a boat, and two people like their heads just bobbed in the water.
I want to grab who's closest to me.
I'll roll these ones. Oh. If you know what, Zakari and Rafa both roll just 2d6. Let's see who gets closest to what I just rolled.
5.
I got a 7.
It's 6.
Normally higher would be good. I rolled a 3, so closest would be Sakari.
Okay, I'm just going to like by the collar up Sakari and plop in my boat.
Right. Well, all right,
I feel
Sakari.
like once out, Tybo 100% loses grip of the boat, so Rafa just has like an empty boat available.
All right, Rafa, do you want to get into that empty boat?
Absolutely.
Okay. Rafa gets into the
Tybo
boat.
then surfaces.
Well, still one person in the water.
Rafa just kind of rolls their eyes and is like, get in. Get in
Thank
the
you
boat."
kindly. Just crawls up.
It rocks a bunch because that's usually what happens when you try and get into a boat from the water.
And Air's so small, and he's so big.
But you make it up. You're now both in. All four of you are in these two lifeboat smuggled things, rowboat like things. Looking back at the ship, it is full Titanic like sideways at this point, and you just see the much bigger, longer boats that the pirates had like scavenged and stole and such are nearby, but like they're oh wait, no, they had left for the day. You see only a singular like long boat that's holding like maybe 2 or 3 people, as the rest of the pirates and the rest of the longboats are all off on shore. The shore at this point, when you notice, is about 2 miles out. Right, that makes sense for distance. Yeah, 2 miles out.
Is there like any indicator of like where we're at and what that shore is? Like where it is?
See, well, 2 of your Earth Kingdom related. So looking out, you would notice that there's a distinct mountain range nearby, which would mean that you're either closer to Omashu or the swamp, depending, or like the river that enters the swamp, depending on like which way you decide to head off to.
I guess I turn to everybody and I'm like, where do we want to head? Where would be the safest place?
Well,
Oh, hold on. I will also
I recognize the river, right?
Possibly. I will also say that if you look in the opposite direction, more towards open water and such, you do notice the just floating there sort of wreckage of the ships from the previous battle a few days before, as if the pirates hadn't moved, because the pirates had sailed for a bit. They docked. They weighed anchor. They then had their party, and then they left the day after. So they actually didn't move very far in terms of like getting away from that huge fight that took place. So like the transport ship, which had just anchored and then hadn't sunk, is still just floating there. The water tribe ship is sort of like, you can see the wreckage of, you can see the metal, because it's much harder to sink the metal of the Fire Nation ships. Some of them are like full upside down, but they are still there as well, just kind of way off in the distance.
Whatever way we go, we should probably get out of open water with next to the ship we just sunk.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely.
So maybe land?
I
Yeah.
mean, that river does take us back to the swamp, and I did not plan on returning quite so soon. So land sounds good.
Good to land.
All
Do we
right.
have any oars?
Looking at the ship, you or the two boats you grabbed, it does not appear that they kept the oars with the boats.
Pedaling with my own hands.
No.
Tybo sticks his feet out the back of the boat and starts kicking.
Um,
And
Josh,
while we paddle to shore,
I was
Tybo
gonna,
starts to pluck along and sing a little song.
I was gonna hold on. How much fatigue do you already have? You have like one. You only have one fatigue, right?
I
Yeah.
only have one fatigue.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
We
anyone
both only have one.
for anyone who's moving the boat, the more fatigue you take, the faster you'll go. So it's up to you as to how much
I'm going
fatigue you wanna.
leisurely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going too hard. I think I'm going enough to get us away, but I'm not going too hard.
Okay, so then you can both like only take one fatigue, and you're just going at a nice like slow leisure pace.
Josh, can I try to like push?
Oh, the water, yeah, with the water bending. Yeah, roll.
I mean, I assume I would have like attempted like push and pull. Like no one
Oh
taught
yeah,
me.
true.
But, like, try.
It is gain a new insight though, and that might be so yeah, let's go roll with focus to rely on skills and training, because it's technically a skill, not necessarily
Okay.
training.
10.
Oh yeah, it's good. You start to see how the waves are moving. You start to like move your arms with them, and you start to create a current that like helps push faster.
You know when people go canoeing and they say like left, right, Benji starts just going push, push, push.
Rafa's not helping.
100%.
Okay.
I think Sakari like screams a little bit when it starts going well, like excited, because it's never happened before.
I scream back, "You're doing great, sweetie!"
I am.
Wonderful. All right. So yeah, you guys start moving along.
You'll be a swamp bender yet.
Sakari just whispers to Benji, "I don't know what a swamp is."
I've also never been to the swamp. It sounds like an interesting place to go.
Josh has clearly indicated he doesn't want Tybo to sing his little song, so we'll pass that along.
Well, I was not indicating. I was waiting for you to start, but we kept talking.
I said, and Tybo starts to sing a little song, and then you're like, well.
Well, I hadn't questioned, but yeah, if Tybo wants to start playing and singing.
Clearly, someone doesn't want a little song. As Tybo's kicking his little feet. I imagine he's like sitting in the boat, feet off the back, kicking that way. Strumming his 4-string.
Sakari's doing most of the work.
100%.
Even though Sakari's not in the same boat, Sakari's doing most of the work for everyone.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm trying with my big himbo arms.
Plucking along. 4 folks a sailing on the great big blue. Exploded some pirates and away we flew. They kept us in a cage, but before they knew, we sunk 'em and we left 'em wondering who got who. We paddle to shore.
Roll with harmony. Roll with harmony.
Thank God. Not gonna make me do my -1 trait again. Okay. 9.
9.
8 plus 1.
the other three can elect too, but only one person gets sick of hearing this continuously because it just like you loop it. So only one person starts to get sick of it.
Wow. I think we know who.
Yeah.
So I guess just Rafa gets sick of hearing this song because it's on loop for a while as you
And
slowly
I'm
get
in
to
the same
shore.
boat.
Yeah, you're in the same boat too. Like change the
Rafa
tune.
straight up bonks him.
Prof is like, if you don't stop singing, I'm gonna light your instrument on fire. Rafa does like a little flame as like a little warning.
Just very slowly, one at a time.
Can Rafa kick him out of the boat?
Yeah, Rafa pushes Tybo out of the boat.
Nothing I can do about it. Fair enough.
Nope, yeah. Tybo, you're just now in the water. You're like, Rafa pushes Tybo out of the boat, but because you're used to like the swamp and water and such, you just start like back, not full backstroke, but you're just on your back, floating, kicking, keeping pace with the slow rafts, and you're still. Yeah.
Rafa just yells, Sakari, can you like bring me to the front? Remove me.
Yeah, you if you want to, yeah, we'll roll again with focus. See if you can change the positions.
6.
Nope. No, you attempt to, and it's just you just start moving. The best you can do is like move faster than what you already are doing, but you can't like change the position of that the boats are in. But you eventually make it to shore after a long time, and pulling up the rear is Tybo. Finishing as they finish the song, you know, one of those scenes where like that you wash up on shore and it's like the wave takes you and then you get caught in the wave goes away, but you're just like still there.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, you are now on shore at a place in the Earth Kingdom. I don't remember which direction you headed to. Was it the swamp direction or like the Omashu direction?
No, the other direction.
Okay, so more towards like the mountains and like Omashu area. Okay. So yeah, you get here. You do notice the longboats are nearby, and you would know that there's probably some sort of city or town or city nearby that the pirates have gone to, as they yet don't know that their ship is gone because they are still plundering and pillaging and such.
Well, um,
Well, Josh, can we tell what direction we think they went in?
Oh yeah, you can tell that they went further. Well, so west would be ocean, east would be more inward. So they went more eastward into more towards the inland.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we on land now?
Yeah, you're on land now. You've hit like a beach like area, sort of.
Rafa goes towards that where they think is a city.
Okay. Rafa starts to walk off.
Rafa? I understand we might not be on the best of feet right now. I'm not too keen on running into the pirates after what we've done to their vessel.
Well, we can always try negotiating with them.
I'm not sure we have a real leg to negotiate on.
I mean, you may not, but I definitely do.
And what leg might that be?
My strongest one.
I'm no expert, but I think your legs should be about equally strong if you're.
The point is, don't worry about it.
Taibo looks back at the burning ship. Now I'm all for forgiveness. That's my personal policy. I don't know if I would be too keen on forgiveness if that were perhaps what I had done to me.
Well, then what do you propose we should do?
Hightail it away from the pirates.
Lead the way.
Taibo looks in every direction. Probably doesn't have a clue. All right, you've made your point. I do not have a clue where I am.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Anybody else have a plan?
Quick question, Josh.
Yeah.
How far away is Omashu from where I live?
Oh, interesting. So we had said that you lived
Gallo
somewhere.
County?
Yeah. I would say it was close enough for like if you wanted to take like a few like a day or two journey to like visit and then come back sort of deal. It would be definitely like where sometimes you got work. So you might know the city pretty well. You might not know how to get there from where you are, but if you could navigate to like a familiar spot, then you can navigate to Omashu.
Is there anything surrounding us that's kind of familiar to me? Or no?
I would say no, not right now. Because wild mountain ranges are pretty significant in terms of like uh location markers. If you're not on the right side of what you're used to looking at, it all kind of looks the same.
That's true. I guess, I mean, I don't see any harm just going into the city. We can always catch supplies or something in there. And then, I mean, if I don't feel, I just want to, I don't necessarily want to go interrogate the pirates, but I also am like, these are my new friends, so I'm going to. Benji finally has friends. Um, so Benji's just gonna try to figure out how to, I guess, appease everyone. um, by saying, well, why don't we just take a trip into the city, gain, if we need to get some supplies or take a day of rest or something, we could do that. I know. I kind of know. I lie and say that I kind of know where I'm at. I'll look cool.
Is it true the Earth Kingdom has more than one city?
Uh,
Couldn't we like find a path from that city to find another one if there's more than one?
I forgot that the North Pole is essentially just one giant city.
Sakari, what's
dear.
a city?
I just,
No.
Right?
Sakari, what's a city?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm just gonna pity pat Sakari on the head going. Okay. Anyway,
I feel like you are in the middle of pity patting when Taibo's like, "What's a city?"
I take my
second hand up.
I feel like
Not that tall. We're about the same height. I think I've got like an inch on you.
I feel like the first pity pat feels a little like condescending, sexist, and then you do the same thing to Taibo. So like it's
okay.
yeah.
Like,
So at first it's like, well, how rude? Oh, okay, well. So you head off towards where the pirates went in the nearby sort of village, city, town-esque place. You don't know yet. You start walking off. As you get closer to it, it takes a few minutes. But you start to hear the sounds of like yelling. You start to see like random like earth columns and boulders and such that are just scattered everywhere as if like people were throwing stuff or like bending. Yes, Oz.
Time is it in the world?
oh yeah.
Time would be
Like
close.
day, night, evening.
It's like midday.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was night.
I also thought it was night.
Oh well, that could be. Well, no, because
I figured we spent the day partying with the pirates. They took us to a room, and then we.
Didn't we like break the wall at night?
no, the party was during the night. They
Okay.
partied during the night, and then you went down, and then there was like a little interlude where you rested enough to like clear all your fatigue, to then
Okay.
do your
Cool.
plan.
So,
So
it's midday. Cool.
yeah, and then the slow paddle through took the most of the morning.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so it's like midday-ish.
Sick.
Right. But yeah, you get to this town. You see all the signs of earthbending, defense, and so on. You start to hear yelling. As you get closer to the town and eventually reach the start, you see that there are like 3 carts set up near the front, where you see some familiar-looking pirates who are like lugging crates and bags and random stuff to the carts. And you don't see any sign of the captain quite yet. But you can tell that they're definitely here currently, and people are like running around and like trying to avoid them, or some of them are people who are attempting to fight them are very much being like pushed around, kind of. They don't have very much of a defense going on.
Oh no.
We cannot be seen.
I forgot about the things I've chosen for my character. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is the scene that you come across. What would the 4 of you like to do?
Rafa finds a spot to kind of hide, but still be able to keep watch and be alert of the people.
Okay.
around.
Roll with focus to rely on. Well, actually, let's roll with creativity instead to find a hiding spot. Creativity.
I have 6.
Oh, the fact that you're in Fire Nation garb isn't helpful. Like, people are steering clear of you, but they are like, Fire Nation's here too, and then they start like running more.
Do we see this?
Yeah, I will say that if you stay close enough to Rafa, you can easily catch it. It's not being hidden by the people at all.
Also, question, do I have money? Or did they take that from the ship?
Since they didn't frisk you, if you had money that you kept with you that wasn't on the transport ship from the first session, then that money is still on you.
I feel like I probably would. I feel like Benji has like a little pocket money because he's traveling.
Sure, then yeah, you've got some. You probably have some money. And that goes for everyone. If you think you had the money on you versus like stored somewhere, then that money is still on you.
Oh yeah, Tybo's rich.
No,
Loaded.
No, obviously Tybo very carefully crafted the money to be all the ropes on the raft.
Oh, of
And
course.
then all gone.
Tybo was a billionaire in the swamp, but now
Want money doesn't like transfer across nations.
it's the Bitcoin of the Avatar world.
I was just thinking about what Tybo would use for like if people were like tossing coins as you were playing. I was like, probably the hollowed out inside of your instrument is where you would store money.
Catch him in his mouth.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Anywho,
Anyway,
I was gonna say, can we buy some clothes for
there's
Rafa?
there's havoc going on right now, so no one's like going to be selling anything at the moment.
we have
Can
to
I
help these
steal it?
people.
Hold on. I heard two things at the same time. Did you say can you steal some and we have to help people? Was that what I heard?
Tybo said we have to help these people.
I said I can steal it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those of you who want to steal some clothes, roll with passion.
Passion.
I'll say passion because of to avoid. Hmm?
Can it be my skill because of my family?
Okay.
I feel like you might have taught me.
If you're, I'll say if you, we'll go with that. You can do the skill roll.
Can I try and convince them to not steal right now?
Yeah, roll with harmony to try and guide and comfort your companions. Also, it's I said passion mostly because of what's going on around you, to be able to like one, find clothes that aren't being already slightly taken or destroyed by the pirates. And the other 11?
Yeah.
Okay. So I believe it's still their choice, but
I think it is still their choice.
Yeah. But you have success on doing stuff.
Can I say what I do and then they can decide whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, and then if they embrace your guidance, their balance shifts to whichever. Yeah.
Y'all, this town is already being ransacked by pirates. This doesn't appear to be some town that's already well off. They are already under threat and attack. I don't think now is the time to be worrying about our fashion choices. I think now is the time to prove ourselves by our actions and prove that we are here to help these people, not pillage and rob them like the pirates that we just escaped. Look, I'm not above stealing from those in positions of power. There's no way Tybo knows about this. How can I be anti-capitalist if I don't know about capitalism?
Yeah, because the swamp. I mean, the
Swamp
swamp.
100% just like a communal like barter system at best.
You've only been threatened by animals, mostly. So yeah, I don't know how you would know.
Listen, I'm not above bringing the fight to the enemy, but these are just people in need of help, and I don't think taking advantage of them in their time of need is going to help us out in the long run.
They're not gonna want help from me looking like this.
They're not going to want you stealing their stuff either. Prove that you're more than your clothes. Prove that you're... Tybo bites his tongue. Tybo clearly had something to say about the Fire Nation.
Interesting. All right, so your two choices: if you would like to accept the guidance, or if you would like to reject the guidance.
There's time for clothes later.
I despise you, but fine, I won't steal it.
Despise at will. Leans to Benji. What does despise mean?
Lean's back going.
Sakari, are you going to embrace, or
Is there anything immediately nearby? Any like immediately
It's just
nearby?
like people's housing and like they probably have like clothes hanging out to dry from
But nothing
day.
like that we're immediately near. I'd have to go away, right?
You'd have to like take it go into the chaos of what's happening, but because you're like just at the start of town. But yeah, nothing like that's like super close.
Okay, she'll embrace it.
Okay, so then that means both of you can clear 2 fatigue because neither of you have conditions. So if you have any fatigue, I believe you don't have anything more than 2. But yeah, you clear up to 2 fatigue. And then your balance can shift towards something that works, which you are outcasting the adrift. Outcast, you're going to go 1 towards integrity themselves. But so society, 1 towards society.
We live in a society.
Yes.
And then
Do I have to
adrift.
have, like, stability? I feel like it's not risky to not steal.
Yeah, it's not risk related, so
I'm back to full stability again.
although it does say for risk you become more and more likely to pick up causes and commit to involve themselves in the world despite the cost. But is that the same?
This is just for not stealing though.
That's true. Oh. Oh, I see, that's later. You do have the benefit though that if you do go past, you do not have to lose your do not have to shift the center. So like unlike other playbooks where if you go too far off one track, you have to shift the center and do a whole existential thing. If you continue to go towards stability, nothing happens.
Yeah, because I started at full stability,
Yeah.
so I'm right back. Because I was at +2 instead of +3, but now I'm back to +3.
Yeah, but even if you go past that, you're just gonna stay at +3. Like your character is safe for those kind of things. All right, Morgan, you were saying?
Yeah. What if Benji takes off his shirt thing that he's wearing and offers it to one of them? I feel like that would be something Benji would do.
I mean,
Okay.
it would be Rafa, right? Because they're not scared of the water tribe.
True, yeah.
So, for clarity, 6'3" Benji's shirt. 5'2"? It was Rafa.
It's like a short dress.
Yeah. Ooh, a little summer dress action.
Are the spikes still on though? Does it go just over the spike?
Yes.
Not my shirt.
Fashion.
It's the
Shoulder
latest
pads.
fashion.
Shoulder
It goes like
pads.
this.
And
It's
now,
a
hold
shoulder
on.
pad.
We have Rafa with spiky summer dress and 2 large shirtless men and Water Tribe Sakar.
Yeah, what a great look.
Rolling it down like, we'll save you from the pirates.
Oh my god.
We're saving
It's fine. It'll work. No one will know.
Yeah. Who's gonna know?
Nobody's gonna
How will they
know.
know? How are they gonna know? How will they
They're
know?
gonna know.
They're gonna know.
How will they know?
They're not gonna know.
Okay. So, you get that problem solved. What would you like to do now? I will say one of the in the exchange of the shirts and such, and the speech from Tybo, there is a one of the carriages are taking off back towards the boats with one of the pirates. They still haven't noticed you, really. Just the villagers have noticed. Although
How
they
far away?
aren't scared of you. No, the carriage is. I will say it just started going, but it is going at a high speed, so it's catchable if you want to grab the other carriage. Well, like if you want to grab some sort of animal to move faster, but it would be catchable on like horseback.
Is there an animal nearby?
The ostrich horses that are carrying the carts, driving the carts. Yeah.
Do you 3 feel confident in stopping these pirates? from hurting any more people.
How dare you doubt my ability?
Just doing a check-in. Grab an ostrich horse, book it out to the cart.
I am gonna have you roll with passion for
Do I
two
have a thing
things.
about animals?
Two
No, I
reasons.
don't. Not yet.
One reason is swamp is not home to ostrich horses.
What?
The swamp is very much home
Wait,
to
what?
very unique creatures that do not
What
include
do
an
you
ostrich
mean
horse.
there's no swastriches?
And
What am I
so
rolling with again?
passion.
No. Please, I'm so small.
See if you know how to drive this thing.
Josh,
Oh no.
buddy.
I gotta get that sticker. This DM is
My best
drivable.
friend Josh.
What's up, Oz?
My good dear friend.
Mm-hmm.
Who lived with me for free for 2 months.
Right, yeah, I remember. This was back in
Shut
like
up,
2019.
Cash, shut up, Cash, shut up, Cash, shut up.
This is like back in 2019.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Not important. What if you added 5 to my roll?
Oh.
Just added 5.
Okay, in theory, if I added 5, what would the number be?
If you added 5, it would be 500 actually. I rolled a 495. I rolled a 5, Josh.
It'd be a 10. Well, if I added 5 to it, that'd be a perfect success. No, you like see the reins. You lock in. You're like, okay, I can do this. You do like yeah, and the ostrich horse just fully turns around with the carriage and goes in the opposite direction. So you're going through the town.
I'll figure it out.
He
Are
certainly
there
has.
other? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Benji just says, "Well, he certainly has some gusto." Yeah, go on.
Are there
figure it
other
out.
ostrich horses, or is it just
There's one other carriage with an ostrich horse on it, yeah, or attached to it.
Hey, Josh.
Oh yes,
Hey, buddy.
yeah.
Considering I grew up near this area, do I know how to ride them?
Do you think that your character would have ridden ostrich horses in the past?
How easy is it to access an ostrich horse?
What a great question that I never considered in Avatar. How easy is it to
What
find
is
an
the
ostrich horse?
socioeconomic status
Of
of
an
ostrich
ostrich horse.
horses? Are they the horse girls? Is it for the rich?
I will let you roll with focus rather than passion.
I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
They're both one. Well, that's a 7.
7. It starts to go. It doesn't go at the same speed as the other ostrich horse, but it is going in the right direction.
Okay.
Oh. Can I hop on the carriage part?
Yeah, you can hop on the carriage part if you want.
Same.
Okay, so Sakari, Rafa, and Benjiro are headed back to the ocean where the one carriage went off to with the boats, while Tybo is speeding through town.
While I'm speeding through, are there any pirates I can thwack on like a drive-by?
Roll with, we'll say with focus.
Thank God.
The pirates are
I mean, that's
coming. The pirates are coming.
Okay, +2, 9.
9. There are a handful of pirates. Still not the captain. It is one of those, like, you know how like in police training, it's like try not to hit the civilian kind of deal. So you're going whack. What? No, hold on. Whack. Hold on. As like you just see random people, you're like, that's a pirate. No, that's not a pirate. Is that a pirate? I don't know.
Pirate whack.
Yeah. So that's going on. I'm gonna say mark of fatigue. Let's say mark 2 fatigue, just because it's high
That's
speed
fair.
and you are doing multiple technical combats. Just exchanges, just hitting. So we'll cut to the three of you who are on a slower ostrich horse, headed to trying to catch up. You're at a pace that will keep the other one in eyesight, but by the time that you get there, the one, I'll say there's two pirates are loading up their goods onto whatever boats that they have with them or had brought on. So when you get there, there are two pirates who are slowly loading their carriage, the contents onto their boats.
Do they see us?
No, they're busy dealing inventory. You hear them talking like, "Oh my god, did you see that one guy? That one lady? Yeah, we scared her good. Oh man, and that one Earth Kingdom soldier? Yeah, he sucked." And just slowly can't. Ooh, look at this. Oh man, why do they have that? I don't know. Why'd you grab it? And look nice.
Rude.
Just
Anyway,
random conversation.
I guess I turn to them and whisper back to them, "What's the plan?
Attack?
Do we just go seduce them?" I
You are shirtless, Benji.
I I don't know about that.
Is he still wet from like the ocean water?
Yeah, I would say yeah, I'll say everyone is in some state of like slightly damp.
I have a confession. I don't know how to I don't know how to do the I know good at words.
Oh, come on now. Handsome men like you, surely.
Could you just like flex and then distract them and then we'll stab?
I'm much better at the stabbing than I am at the
Oh, fine, then I'll do it.
Okay.
Can I, Josh, like put
Yeah.
up my hood and try to like sneak away?
Oh, sneak around. Yeah, roll with creativity. Or no,
Okay.
roll with we'll call it focus, training and skills and training.
Okay.
Well,
Not creativity. Well. But yeah, I think it's skills and training too. Oh, 10.
10?
Just flat.
Perfect. You are very easily able to like sneak around and get into position sort of behind them, sort of like you're using their carriage to like hide yourself.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna stay silent.
Yep. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna do the same thing in the background, like trying to hide behind the carriage.
Roll
with
with skills and training.
Roll what?
Skills and training. Girl also has similar.
Wow. Now I get it. It's the 11.
Oh yeah, you same situation. Get behind their cart, hiding. And then Rafa, what are you doing?
People very good at be small, don't be noticed.
Makes sense.
You know exactly what I'm doing, Josh.
Okay. Well, Rafa walking up in a too big for them shirt that looks kind of like a small dress with shoulder pads. Walks up towards these two pirates. Do you say anything or you just
I told them a knock-knock joke.
All right, well, I'll just make it easy and say as Rafa walks up, they notice you and they stop there. Hey, what are you doing here?
I have a question. What would this look like with your current shoulder situation?
Spike.
Is it slowly like cutting Benji's shirt?
My shirt.
I don't know. I say something sexy.
Okay. I'll say roll with creativity.
I,
We'll see.
don't you dare ask me to say anything.
I
With
really
what?
thought you were gonna do the knock knock joke.
Creativity. It's a sexy knock knock joke. That's what it is.
Sorry, jokes. Almost pulled the cover.
I got a 12.
They are immediately like in trance and they like drop their stuff and like, ooh, well, would they be smart enough to know your no, probably not. Well, little lady, we're real happy to help you out here. Yeah. So yeah, they're very distracted.
Great
Do I
time for
see-
someone to do something.
Yeah, great time for two people who
Yeah.
are waiting.
Are Benji and I on the same side of the
Up,
card?
up to you two.
I don't know.
I think you'd probably have to be and to be able to
To be
avoid.
Away
Yeah,
from them?
yeah.
How tall is the cart? Could I get under it?
Yeah, you could easily get under this cart. Yeah.
I want to motion to Benji that I'm gonna go for the farther away person, and then I just duck under.
Okay. I guess I'll go take the other person then.
Some weird stuff that's getting censored by Nickelodeon is being said to Rafa as Sakari ducks under the cart, and Benjiro and Sakari then start to sneak up behind the two men.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do is just sneak up and try to sneak attack them.
Are you both just gonna stab them?
Well, how? Ooh, actually, can I? What's my stealth?
If you want to roll with creativity, no, because of your training, it would still be relying on skills and training. But you already had a high roll for that, so they're not going to be able to detect you.
Okay. Then I want to sneak up behind and not like stab, but get my knife so close to the guy's throat that if he moves, it's gonna explicitly slice.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah, I want to try to knock them down and then get on top, like pin them, and then hold the knife to his throat.
Okay. So one of them doesn't involve pinning. So Sakari, mark 1 fatigue.
Okay.
And I'll say that you are able to like surprise, grab, hold a knife to their throat as Benjiro gets up behind one and just holds the knife real close. What? All right. What's going on here?
Rafa, I guess interrogates them.
What information are you looking for with this interrogation?
What they're doing here. I don't know. What information do we need? I'm not the one that does this stuff.
I don't. You just saw that they were ransacking the town, and Tybo said you needed to help the town. I don't know if you were aware of gathering information. They immediately just say that they're here to, get stuff and leave.
That's it?
They're just pirates. Yeah, they're just pirates.
But why?
Because we're pirates. It's a pretty simple thing, really.
It's
the only
not a
work.
simple
It's the only
thing.
work we're good at.
I'm sure you're better at something else.
No,
Perhaps.
not really. I was a farmer before this, and all my crops kept dying, and he got fired from. He points to like the other guy. He got fired from teaching.
Oh. Have you considered joining a good cause?
Pirating seems like a pretty good cause to us. Yeah.
Perhaps a better one.
Well, like what cause?
Great question. Maybe, I don't know, join a union or something.
Hey, unions are back. Well, I mean, if you really think about it, pirates are kind of a union.
He's kind of got you there.
Who are you working for?
Captain John Chow. Is it
Yeah,
John
Josh,
Chow? It's
what's
John
his
Chow.
name?
It's John Chow. I think. Was it
No,
John?
no. Hold on.
It's something Chow because I accidentally did it twice.
Get his ass, Morgan. Get his ass.
It is something Chow.
It is Lee.
Oh, it's Lee Chow.
There you go.
There we go. It is something Chow. Yeah. So, Captain Lee Chow. That's who we work for.
Where can we find him?
He's probably still in the village. He likes to sort of, you know, have fun while we collect supplies.
I see. Well, I guess that's all I need from you.
Is there rope nearby?
Yeah, there's probably rope either next to the ships or in the carriages.
Can we fancy not tie them around something?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you do some fancy knot tying. Roll with focus. Roll on skills and training.
9.
the X.
One of you thinks you do a really good job. The other one does a fairly good job. But both of you assume that your knots are gonna stay just fine.
Well,
Should we like sink their boat? Should we stop them from getting away with all the goods? Like if we take out
I mean, don't
the
they have like that
stuff?
carriage full of stuff that you can just like bring back? What's up?
You know what? We could load up the carriage, take it. We need the supplies too. We don't know who all this stuff belongs to.
For sure. I still think we should sink their boat after we get all the stuff out, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Sakari, I guess they just start loading up.
Okay. Those of you who are loading, no, I'll say those of you who are gonna sink those longboats, mark a fatigue to do enough damage to where they can't do anything.
I can do
As you load up the boats, not load up the carriages, and then you start heading back with the ostrich horses. And we cut back to Taibo in the middle of town. At this point, the ostrich horse that you're on has stopped moving. It just sort of has now found like some seed that got knocked over and is like eating the feed that is now on
I
the
feel
ground.
like I have abandoned the ostrich horse, but I am still fighting pirates.
All right. Roll with focus, relying on skills and training.
+2, math is hard. +2, math is hard. 11, 9 + 2.
11. I'll say just mark 1 fatigue, and you've knocked out 11 different pirates at this point. Knocked out or made them run away back to the boats.
Works for me.
And as you're going about, you see that there some of the townsfolk are still there. Some of them are still hiding. Some of them are still running around. You see a few of them are back to like fighting off the pirates now that more of them are getting away and are like, that mostly clothesless guy is doing better than us. We got to do better than that. And they start getting back into the fight.
Together, folks.
After a while, and when Sakari, Rafa, and Benjiro do reappear, all the pirates have disappeared. You did not see Captain Licho disappear, though. You see that the townsfolk are all like, yeah! They do like a 10-second celebration, and then start picking up the town and like repairing things.
Can I get down and try to help them repair?
Yeah.
100% trying to help.
You start like loading off the stuff that was carried away. You start helping repair the town. After
Oh, hi, you threw your back. Then pirates give you any trouble?
Not at all.
I don't know what we're laughing about, but I'm glad we're having a good time.
It was a good time.
What?
We didn't see the captain though.
No, the captain is still probably somewhere in this town.
They said the captain likes to have fun. They
I have a thing. Can I ask a local a question?
Sure.
I have a character thing. When you visit a new inhabited location, you might know. Oh shit.
Hold on, what's the full text?
That's it.
When you visit a new inhabited location you might know about, roll with harmony. Okay, that's fine. On a 7 and 9, ask 1. On a 10 plus, ask 2. PCs who interact with one of these answers, PCs who interact with one of these answers, clear 1 fatigue or mark growth. And the questions are best local pastime, locations, interesting locations, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so that would be once you hear that information, doing something related to that.
But Josh, what if I could just do it anyway?
I'm gonna say roll with harmony first.
Okay. That's gonna be a 7.
Okay, so I'll say it applies that, like, in the past, either near the beginning of your travels when you immediately left the swamp, or like every once in a while someone who like stumbled into the swamp, you've heard of some of these places before. It's just sort of like, this is where I'm from, and then they would describe, and you're like, well, that's weird. The swamp is way better, and then you just kind of ignore it. It's like in the back recesses of your mind, somebody mentioned something related to a town similar to this, so I will say it accounts enough.
So I'm gonna ask a local, as I'm imagining like helping put like a door back on its hinges, or doors are doors are canon.
Yeah, doors are a thing.
Door.
As I'm helping like put a door back on like its hinges. Say, what's the best local pastime? What would y'all folks do around here for fun?
Let's see. I'm gonna find out which type of local you've decided to talk to, because some of them might have different answers.
One who has a door.
So this is one of the we'll say it's like one of the shopkeepers here. Well, you know, some of the kids here, they like to play some rock ball. That's one of them. But you know, for the majority of us, every once in a while, we get these nice fireworks that come in all the way from Bossing Say, and we, you know, have a nice little fireworks display.
I see. And where do you keep these fireworks?
Oh, we usually store them in that storehouse over there, and it points to a building that very clearly has been ransacked.
I see. Thank you so much for your help. And I'm glad I was able to help you put your door back.
Oh yeah.
I think you got rid of the squeak.
Did you say you got rid of the squeak and then immediately made a squeak sound?
Yep. Well, no one's perfect.
Great. Okay.
But I do get to clear a fatigue, so that's fun.
You get to clear fatigue. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. As after you help with the door and such, you see a sort of. Let me double check what this character's. Oh no! Give me.
Oh no, George.
Why would you? There we go. You see this. Yeah, we'll say you see this. This woman, she's about the same age as the rest of you. She is sort of like. She was working somewhere nearby. You see that at Bossing Say, she like turns and like looks at you, studies for a little bit, and then turns away. But she definitely seems to have taken interest in you, especially after hearing Bossing say.
Do I notice or does everyone notice this?
I would say just unless everyone else was with you, I would say just you.
I mean, I was helping the cleanup, but I don't necessarily know if I was.
Yeah, we're probably spread out to help.
Yeah.
Can I go up to her then?
Sure. You walk up to her. You see that she's in it. Her clothes look very much like they're old and worn, sort of, and like kind of destroyed, but they are very like kept well. Kind of like this is all that they have, but like they keep it as nice as possible.
Sure.
You see that she looks you up and down, notices it's just leaves really that you're wearing. Can I help you?
Well, pleased to meet you. I couldn't help but notice you had your eye locked on me.
Oh, well, I just overheard something that I thought was interesting, but nothing too nothing else really.
Please, enlighten me. How tall is she?
She is like 5'8".
Okay. I'm still looking down at her, but less than I thought.
Yeah, she's the middle of the group of this group site. Um, uh, well, I just heard, someone mentioned Bossing Say, and I've been trying to get there myself. Just kind of got caught up in all this.
Interesting. Name's Tybo.
Oh, nice. My name is Onomo. Yeah, Onomu. Sorry.
Sorry.
Onomu.
Thank you.
Say it one more time.
Onomu. Onomu.
Do, do. No. So, we wouldn't happen to know anything about where a pirate captain might go in a town like this. Not really a local.
Oh, you mean from this pirate attack that just happened? Yeah, I saw him. He went over in that direction. She points towards the building that was mentioned earlier.
The ransacked firework building?
Yeah, it's just a
Oh,
storehouse.
great!
But yeah, it's just a storehouse, but yeah, they keep
Yeah,
more than just fireworks in
apparently you've
there.
been mighty helpful on them.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Can I find my friends and tell them information?
Sure. What information would you like to tell them after you find them and gather them? You sort of like do it one at a time. It was like, hey, this way, this way, this way, and then like you're all in a little huddle together now.
So I got word that the pirate captain is over yonder, and I point to the firework warehouse. Do I want to make a plan of attack?
Do we know what's in there?
Well, apparently that is an old firework. Well, it's a current firework storehouse, but it looks pretty ransacked, so I don't know if or how many explosives remain.
You see just an old man who's sweeping. We store more than just fireworks in there, and then just goes on.
Well, they store more than just fireworks in there. I learn more every day.
Weapons.
I mean, could be. I mean, pirates could be after explosives, weapons, riches. Old man did not give any more details, but apparently there's more.
I mean, we do have a firebender.
We do. A very skilled firebender, may I add.
Do we want
Tybo kind of
to?
like, when you like tense your neck a little bit and there's just that little like
Mm-hmm.
when he says skilled firebender.
I mean, I think as long as we, don't go full throttle, it should be fine. How about we just go and investigate for a minute and then see what's there and then kind of go from there.
I'm perfectly content with the stealthy approach. Is that all right with you two?
Mhm.
Perfect.
So I will say probably Rafa, Sakari, and Benjiro roll with focused, relying skills and training. Tebo roll with passion, because you're not used to stealthing around. You live in the swamp.
Oh! I'm improving my passion score with every growth point.
Only do it twice,
So Josh,
I think.
Hey,
I don't know.
Josh!
There might not be. Yeah, what's going on? I hear 2 bribes coming up.
what if consider
What's the number you rolled?
a 5?
Oh, fun. Oz, what is the number you rolled, and also what is your bribe?
$50. 3! Alright, I rolled 4 of the dice and I have a -1. It's a 3!
Sakari and Rafa, what did you two get?
8.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Oh, Rafa,
God, you're killing it.
you get in first, and I'll say Rafa smartly found like a window to sort of like peek into. Sakari, you decided to peek in through like the entrance, but then was immediately interrupted by like the 3 stack, like heads of Tybo and Benjiro, and then they like toppled over, and you were suddenly rolled into the warehouse, storehouse.
I'm so sorry.
You're sorry, I rolled the 3.
But like upon standing up and such, you are covered by the fact that the 2 really tall guys are in front of you. So you're still kind of hidden, but you are now inside the warehouse, fully party to what's going on in there. Which what you see is the pirate captain, not in the middle of anything terrible, but he has someone who you, based on like clothing on the ground and such, would be like the captain of the soldiers who were here for guarding, and he has them like tied up, hanging from the ceiling, and he is like doing one of those slow like it what is happening right now? He's like he's got his sword out, and he's doing like little like 1,000 cuts of death going on.
Okay, definitely murder, not sex.
Yeah, he's doing essentially torture.
I still thought it was.
We're learning so much about Megan today.
Maybe
3.
maybe it's
So
the
Megan,
same.
tell us more.
We'll learn later. Anyway. But yeah, that is what you're seeing is the captain is, I guess some of you could mistake it for some sort of sexual act, but he's definitely torturing this man just for fun.
Josh, does he happen to be near a wall, or is it hanging in the middle?
The guy's hanging in the middle.
Okay, so is the captain anywhere near, like, feasibly a wall, or no?
Yeah, the captain would be.
Can I use harmless pins? Am I in an angle to pin him to the wall with my knives?
I feel like we're circling back to this being a sex act now.
I would say yes.
Because so the way it looks on the character sheet is that LP and M are all checked.
there
So
it
can
is.
I use it as a mastered move?
Yeah, you can in combat you can use it as any of them. Yeah.
Would this be in combat?
If you guys want to make it a combat round, sure.
Because if I successfully pin him, does combat pause?
Like I know it's been a while. So how combat exchanges work is you do 1 round of combat exchange, and then you can pause and either go out of combat or like go back into another exchange. So it would be everyone gets to choose one move, roll to see what happens, and then we pause and assess what we want to do from there. So if everyone wants to go into a combat exchange, we can, and then after that we'll see what happens.
I mean, would it be beneficial to go into combat? I know I have 2 fatigue already.
I also have 2 fatigue.
I have 4. I'll do it. But I do have 4.
Does anyone else feel confident in just talking him down from bleeding this man out? Because
After that hot reaction, no, I do not.
Yeah.
I don't know how well Benji would be able to do this with being bad at words.
Rafa's just watching from the window.
All right, those of you who want to go into a combat exchange, I guess the captain, having noticed, would immediately jump into combat. So, talk amongst yourself about which of the techniques you would want to take, or stances you want to take: defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe. I have decided for the captain, and then we will see what happens.
So my move is evade and observe.
I'm gonna defend and maneuver.
Okay. Oz.
I'm gonna defend and maneuver.
Defend and maneuver. Okay. And then Rafa, did you want to join the combat exchange, or are you content with just watching from the outside?
Oh, I'm gonna watch.
All right. Cool. So defend and maneuver rolls first with focus. Oh yeah, the captain is attacking and advancing. Advance and attack.
That's a hot 12.
Hot 12.
I got the opposite direction.
No.
I got a 5.
All right. Well, Oz, you can choose to mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique, use 1 practice technique, or use 2 different basic or master techniques. Morgan, if you want, you can shift your balance away from center, whichever way it would be, and then to use 1 basic technique, if you wish.
Where's my basic technique?
The basic techniques for defend and maneuver are ready, retaliate, and seize a position.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah. Well.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, what's up, Oz?
So if I go over on fatigue, I get a condition that you choose, right?
We can negotiate like what it is, but depending on like who causes it, yeah.
So I have a move called disarm that I
Okay.
have marked as master.
Okay.
Target your foe's ability to fight by breaking, removing, or limiting a particular style. Mark 2 fatigue to name any advance and attack technique your foe has. They are unable to use that technique for the remainder of this encounter. I'm currently at 4 fatigue. Cause your boy working. Your boy's out here doing his. Do you have any advanced and attack things for this character, or am I wasting my time? And should I just?
Hang on. I'm double checking that. You whether or not you would need the available fatigue if there's not a choice to mark a condition or not. I think it's gonna be up to me. So yeah, I will say yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Tell me about his advance and attack, please.
Oh yeah. Sorry. His advance and attack moves. Other than the regular basic ones, there is.
Yeah.
I didn't really write these down, so I'll go find the book of. Got a sword. He has a the pinpoint thrust, which is using a thrusting or stabbing weapon. His sword goes straight for the target with precision and accuracy. Mark 1 fatigue and inflict 2 fatigue and impaired on the foe. You may mark an additional fatigue to move yourself to a new position within reach immediately. Any foes engaged with you, mark 1 fatigue to block movement.
Mhm.
And then he also has turn the tables, which is making careful strikes to undermine your foe's advantageous position. Mark 1 fatigue to knock your foe from their position to a new disadvantaged location, inflicting 1 fatigue. Foe was favored or prepared at the start of the exchange. You do not mark fatigue. You inflict an additional 1 fatigue, and they lose all appropriate positive statuses. These costs and consequences cannot be cancelled. Okay. Oh, no.
He can't use that for the rest of the encounter.
Costs and consequences cannot be cancelled or avoided by another technique in the turn.
What? Fuck.
Oh, no. It's just the costs and consequences of the move.
Cool.
It's
so
not
he
the
can't
move
use
itself.
that anymore.
Okay. All right. So that. Morgan, what did you decide for Benjiro?
I decided to shift my balance towards action and retaliate.
Okay. So you get yourselves up. Okay, so then now advance and attack will go. That's fine. He does nothing. Yes.
What condition do I take?
Oh yeah. Well, we can because it resolves at the end. So after the exchange.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll figure it out then. So he does nothing. That was a failed roll. Evade and observe. Roll with creativity or harmony and clear 1 fatigue if you have any.
Oh, I can pick?
Yes, you pick which one.
Finally, creativity. Oh, 12.
Nice. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, you can use mark 1 fatigue to use a learn technique. You can use 1 practice technique or use 2 different basic or master techniques.
I want to use harmless pins to pin him to the wall.
Okay. And what is the second thing you want to do?
I forgot you can use 2 masters. 1 second.
Oh shit! I could also do 2.
Oh yeah. Was that a master? Yeah, you said it was a master technique.
Yeah. Focus on Megan. I'll come back to me.
Okay.
I didn't put it in my thing. 1 second. I have to figure out what my other master move is. Because that would be helpful.
If it's not evade and observe, it will not be useful.
Right. Yeah. And it sure isn't. So can I just
you can do
commit?
You can do one of the basics. Yeah, so you want to commit?
Yeah.
Shift your balance towards either of your principles.
I mean, I feel like risk, right?
Yeah.
Pinning this like authority figure male to the wall.
Yeah. So do that, and then Oz, did you figure it out?
Still looking for the basic technique section.
You got ready, retaliate, or seize a position.
We'll retaliate.
Okay, so the same thing as Benjiro. All right, so in a blur, Kaibo, you take your 4-string and like sort of reach out, duck under, and like trip up the captain as he Li Cho as he pulls out his as he rolls his sword around to attack, but he is immediately pinned up against the wall that he's near as Sakari throws a bunch of knives. And that's pretty much what it looks like, because retaliate is just getting ready for when you get hit. But you know, he didn't really have the chance because he got pinned.
Oops.
And that is the end of the combat exchange. What would you like to do now? Oh yeah.
Is the guy dead?
The dude who's hanging up.
Hanging. Yeah.
No, he's still alive.
Can we get him down, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oz. How do you feel about taking the guilty? Oh no. Either insecure or angry for the condition. Insecure.
I think angry is more fitting here.
Yeah, we'll go with okay. So angry. Take the angry condition. So yeah, you get the captain of the Earth Kingdom group down. Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Random strangers. You get to look at everyone. Weird. Does not notice
Tableau.
Rafa at all.
Tableau of two shirtless men and a waterbender.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weird.
Sir, can you get help?
I mean, we have rotations that come in every week, but we just got here, so it's gonna be a while.
Can I try to refresh him, Josh?
Yeah, roll to rely on skills and training.
That's just focus, right?
Yeah.
8.
You begin to use your water bending to heal him. Something that you've done for a while. When you're finished, you realize that you are very low on the amount of water you have in your like water skin.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the help. I can deal with this guy now. And the captain has been knocked out from being hit against the wall. So he like takes the rope, ties up the captain. Yeah, I guess we'll just lock him up in here for a little bit. You guys exit the storehouse. Rafa's outside.
I want to grab my knives.
Okay. You grab your knives, repocket them. Now, if you excuse me, I need to get back to, or I guess I should get to fixing up the town, helping out the townsfolk. Starts to go off.
Josh, remind me about the angry condition.
The angry condition means that for now, until you end it, you have a -2.
-2 to guide and comfort and assess the situation.
There we go. Thank you.
And what do I have to do?
You have to clear it. You have to break something important or lash out at a friend.
Okay.
Or get like a really good night's sleep. I believe is another
Okay,
way to
cool.
clear all the conditions because it's the same.
Cool.
Speaking of which,
Oh, possibly not. Never mind. The conditions are very specific about those. Although guiding and comfort can also do it too, if someone does it to you. Yes. What?
Oh, I was gonna say, speaking of which, what time of day is it now?
It is evening.
I feel like we're all quite exhausted. Should we find a place for lodgings?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. You all find a place in town that like sort of is like a bed and breakfast kind of deal. And you all set up lodging there. And I'll say you all get a nice night's sleep to clear any fatigue you have. Conditions are still going to stay. Because I believe that's how that works.
We'll check the rule book between the sessions.
And upon waking up in the morning, you hear a knocking on your door. And whoever opens it finds Anomu standing at the door. Hi, could I... yes, I think I might need your help. And we will stop the session there. And we will pick this up next time. Thank you again for watching, and thank you again. I have been your GM Josh, and thank you once more to my great friends Cass, Megan, Morgan, and Oz for joining us in this fun, also chaotic session. That was really hilarious. We'll find out what happens next time with Anomu needing help. Yes, Morgan?
I was gonna say, also shout out, we're in the Earth Kingdom and it's Earth Day.
Oh,
so...
yeah. Earth Day for
Hey.
us. Not for when this comes out, but yeah.
Well, filming days matter.
That is true. And Oz, take us out.
I already did this in the middle, unless Josh cut it out. Hit that like button to show your support. Leave a comment down below about how you would seduce.
I thought you would change it.
No, hey, are you gonna leave it in? I don't care. How you would seduce the pirates, or a comment about if you are an ostrich horse girl or not, because they're canon now. They're just like horse girls, but more. Be sure to subscribe for more content and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss the next thrilling episode of Avatar Legends Legacy of Heroes Arc 3, the 100 Years War. Yeehaw!
All right, bye. Because you launched the explosion. You protected.
You very much did shit.
You used fire. All right, so we'll then scrap we'll retcon the firewall, and everyone can take like 3 fatigue from not being protected from the blast of the explosion jelly.
Listen, I already got
Blasting
fatigue
jelly.
from being slapped in the face.
You know what? Fine. I'll just take the fatigue because I'm the bigger person here.
Yeah, 1 fatigue versus 3 fatigue for everyone, including you.
Because I'm the bigger person here. And
You're
I care
right.
about
You're
my
so
friends.
right, bestie. I do miss the SS Cat Gator.
Why does Tybo know what SS means? The swamp ship. The swamp ship cat gator.
Yeah, what were you thinking, Joshua? I don't know what's wrong with you.
Put that on the shirt. SS cat gator. Swamp ship cat gator.
It's going in the notes.
Going in the merch shop. We don't have the rights. We don't have the rights.
I'm gonna keep it in. I don't want to bleep that whole thing.
I
No better.
didn't want Benji's personality trait to be accidental misogynistic.
But it's a good bit now.
It's a good
No!
bit now. And now Morgan gets to understand what it's like being a man.
Listen, this is my
Previously-
second minute and I haven't fucked up yet. Josh,
No!
for later for a flashback when Tybo eventually ends up being sexist.
Previously, we had Oz in the first era, in Kyoshi era. Find out what the struggle was, and then we had the famous quote by Cass last era, and now we have
Now it's
Morgan.
night. The torch
Yeah.
is in custody.
Man,
Too.
all right, but yeah.